I swear, man. It's never lose its shock value.
Man, this never loses its shock value.
Hello and welcome back, Pillow Talkers. We spill the tea that everyone tries to hide. No gossip is off limits, no truth is untold. Grab your pillow and watch the stories unfold. Before the memes, before the stitches and duets, before TikTok decided what to make of him, there was a man who made a living fighting under bright lights. His name is Michael Sills. But online, you know him as Michael Cannonhandz Sills. Michael didn't start trending, he earned his name. You don't accidentally become a professional boxer, and you don't accidentally become Cannonhandz. That nickname wasn't about finesse, it was about force. Power you feel when it lands. He carved his path through the light heavyweight ranks with grit you can't fake. But long before TikTok, before highlight reels and internet remix culture, something else tested him and changed him. In 2003, Sills was involved in a serious motorcycle accident early in his adult life. He walked away, but the crash and the recovery that followed left a mark on him physically and mentally.
I sit alone in my walk on the broom, staring at candles. That shit's on. Let me drop some shit like this here. At night I can't sleep. I toss and turn, candlesticks in the dark, visions of bodies being burned. Four walls just staring at a nigga. I'm paranoid, sleeping with my finger on the trigger.
No, but it was the New Year's Eve of 2003, going into 2004. I was riding my bike, doing too much, and yeah, I had a helmet on, but when I hit the ground, my chin hit the ground first, and it ripped my helmet off. Well, I guess I didn't have my helmet on tight enough, so I ripped it off. And the police that came to the scene, he was like, "That should have killed me. Just the helmet being ripped off from the fall should have killed me." He's like, "Dude, you have a strong neck, because you're not supposed to be here just off of that, let alone the condition of the bike when I was after the accident or whatever." But yeah, so I fell off the bike. My helmet came off, and I was just kind of like bouncing. I was going about 80, 85, just picking it up off the ground, all that type of stuff. And I picked it up. I came over the hill, going too fast. It was dust dark, and I was going a little too fast. The street was more of an asphalt, like a dark gray type of, cement, like dark gray type of, had a great type of tint to it. And there was a car like right at the bottom, like right in the pocket of the hill, that was gray. And as soon as I came down the hill, I didn't even have time to react. And I tried to react in the moment. So I tried to lean, but I tried to lean too hard, and I snatched the handlebars. Anybody that ride a bike know, if you snatch the handlebars and you're doing 85, you're flying. So it just threw me off, and I was just bouncing. I didn't have any skin on my hands, I didn't have any skin on my butt. I was just bouncing for at least 20, 30 seconds. And I remember thinking to myself, like, damn, this is how I'm about to die. Just on a whim like that. So yeah, like, and the crazy thing is, this is how I know I'm a strong dude, because I literally ran. I was about a mile away from the house. I literally ran home. Like I ran to the house. Head leaking, like my white meat was hanging out of my head. This was peeled back. Like all this was like gone. No, like I had on gloves. The only thing left on the gloves was like the wristband. Like I said, I had assless chaps on. At that point, like my pants were like, the butt was going out of my pants, everything. So, but yeah, that was. I won't say that's the last time I rode a bike. I rode a bike one more time after that, just to say I did it, just to say it didn't win. But I was driving like a granny when I did. And yeah, so 40 stitches here and here in my head. Yeah. So when people make jokes, it doesn't bother me at all, because like I've said that before, like I'm here for people to be able to joke on. I could not be here, you know what I'm saying? But the fact that I'm here, God bless me to have two beautiful kids. Yeah, man, like I'm here. But yeah, I'm here, man. So I'm glad that it happened in a sense, because I'm glad it happened like that, because I'm a daredevil. I'm an adrenaline junkie by heart. So because literally the day before I was on the highway doing like 130, like in and out of, like in between cars and everything. So God spared my life. I know that was God, because I could easily been gone that day, you know, like, and I could have failed that day. And if I would have failed doing 130, yeah, it probably would have been nothing left of me to even have a funeral with. So yeah, so like when people make jokes about it, I swear like it doesn't bother me at all, because I'm like, man, I'm here, bro. You know what I'm saying? Like that's all I care about. I'm here. And you know what's crazy? And like when I ran home and I got in the mirror. This how young I was, how vain I was at the time. And I looked in the mirror, I saw all this peel back, and I saw like my white meat hanging out of my head right there. You know, the first thing that came to my mind, like, man, they ain't gonna get no more women, dog. Like they ain't gonna want nobody to go. I just escaped a motorcycle accident with my life, and I'm thinking about ain't no more girls gonna like me. That's crazy, man. But yeah, that's my story. Like I'm blessed. That's why y'all see me smiling all the time. That's why y'all see me always happy. Nothing really getting to me, get me down, or anything like that. So yeah, that's my story. I know it took a long time, but y'all know I talk slow. I'm Southern, so I talk slow. But yeah, that's my story.
It wasn't a headline moment. It wasn't a meme. It was a turning point that forced him to look at life differently, to understand vulnerability and resilience. He fought like a man who had already stared at risk once and lived. His punches were deliberate, his presence unshakable. But boxing is unforgiving. Injuries piled up, opportunities faded, what looked like a future full of title dreams began to slip. By the mid-2020s, after years in the ring and a shoulder injury that slowed his career, Seal stepped back from professional fights. Then came the phone. Not a crowd, not an arena, just a camera and an audience of millions.
And I'm not that guy, bro. Yo, killing me, bro. Man, could y'all please stop with the mean comments, bro? Yeah.
He posted a reply video on TikTok under the username Cannonhandz that caught fire for the reasons he never expected.
I swear, man. This never loses its shock value.
People laughed, they joked, they stitched and remixed.
When I tell you this never gets old, bro.
Nigga would get old, nigga. Get your ugly ass on, my little nose ass nigga.
Suddenly, the world knew his face, and not always kindly. But here's where it gets interesting. Instead of disappearing into embarrassment, he leaned all the way in.
Hey, bro, I never thought I'd have this much fun on the internet, bro. I never thought I'd repost as much as I'm reposting. Bro, I swear I've reposted a couple hundred times at least since all this been going on, bro. And then I'm seeing all of the little parodies and like the little stitches and everything. Bro, I'm over here rolling. You hear me? Bro, I swear, this is the most fun I've had on the internet in a minute, dog. But listen, I got one problem, bro. Yeah, I got one problem though. Bro, my mole is not this damn big, bro. The next person make my mole this big, bro, I'm upping on you, bro. I'm showing up at your doorstep. Bro, don't play with me, man. Bro, if you're gonna do a parody, do it the right way, nigga. Hey, stop playing with me, dog. You hear me? Bro, the next month, hey, I'm trying to, bro. The next person put a mole this big on my head, bro. Do another parody. Do another parody with my mole that big, bro. It's up.
A boxer who once walked out to roaring crowds now walked into the comment section filled with ridicule. A man who has faced physical pain chose to face mockery with the same stubborn confidence. Some call it a meme, he turned it into a brand. He's a father, he's a man shaped by real fights in the ring and out of it. He's someone who survived a serious accident, reinvented himself, and stood strong when the internet turned loud.
This creator, Cannonhandz, is a perfect example of why you should never judge a book by its cover. The way this man has been dragged all over the internet about his looks is diabolical. And look, I don't see the man as unattractive. He has some unique features, yes. His mannerisms are funny as hell, absolutely. I really think people were dragging him because of his response to a compliment, because people thought that he was being arrogant. But if you took the time to actually look at the man's page, you could see that he's got 2 beautiful kids. He appears to be very involved with his kids, so he's a good dad. He was a professional boxer, so he's got some discipline and hard work under his belt. And from what I understand, that hairline that everybody's teasing him about was actually from a motorcycle accident, so he's just happy to even be here. But here's my final thought, is that the true character of a man is how he reacts to adversity, and he has taken this with a lot of grace. He seems to have his head on his shoulders, he seems to be a decent human being, and you know what? All of this attention has grown his platform to over 90K, and it's nothing that I love more than good people winning. All right, love y'all.
Oh my gosh, I just remembered something.
What?
I love you.
And no matter how it's said or done, we are one. No matter what we do, we go on. God will see us through, we win. And that's the way it is.
Michael Seal's story isn't just about boxing. It's a reminder that life doesn't hand you a script. Sometimes you write a chapter no one expects. A chapter that turns punches into personality, setbacks into stories, and moments into movements. From the ring to reaction feeds, Cannonhandz is living proof that a fighter doesn't stop being a fighter. They just find new rings. Y'all, don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and I'll see y'all in the next one.